Here's an example of a full challenging questions worksheet. If your belief/stuck point is, it's my fault that I was assaulted because I got drunk that night. What could be some evidence for and against the stuck point? One thing that you could say for is, I was too drunk to fight back effectively. What is evidence against? Maybe something like, someone decided to assault me. They had the intent. I didn't drink with the intent to get hurt. Is your stuck point a habit or based on facts? It's a habit. I say it to myself all the time, but I don't think about whether it's true or not. In what ways is your stuck point not including all of the information? Well, I'm not considering what the perpetrator intended. I'm not considering the times that I drank and nothing bad happened. Does your stuck point include all or none terms? It implies that it's all my fault when someone else decided to hurt me. Does your stuck point include words or phrases that are extreme or exaggerated? Well, not exactly, but the idea that it's all my fault is extreme. In what way is your stuck point focused on just one piece of the story? Well, I'm focusing on my drinking, but not on what the perpetrator intended, and not that I did try to get away. Also, he was strong, so I might not have been able to fight back even if I had been sober. Where did the stuck point come from? Is this a dependable source of information on this stuck point? Well, I've heard people in my family and some people at school say that if someone is assaulted when they're drunk, they must have been asking for it. But they don't really understand or think about what the perpetrator intended. So I guess they aren't really reliable. How is your stuck point confusing something that is possible with something that is likely? I don't think this applies as well, but it's not likely that it was all my fault. In what ways is your stuck point based on feelings rather than facts? Well, I feel guilty and ashamed, so I think it must be because I did something wrong. In what ways is your stuck point focused on unrelated parts of the story? Well, drinking is only one part of what happened, and people who drink don't always end up being assaulted. And that's an example of a challenging questions worksheet. Feel free to go and try one on your own.